Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My hair is still wet from the shower. If you have curly hair, you know the struggles of trying to blow it dry. Even with the diffuser, it just ends up about yay big. So not a cute look. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about today is NYX's new Bear With Me line. I think it launched about a month or so ago, and I have been amassing the products since then. And I've been testing out quite a few of them, although admittedly the primer is brand new to me. So I'm going to test them all out, share my thoughts, and in the case of the primer, my first impression. So let's do this. Just to give a very broad overview, all of these products have hydration as their primary focus. So I feel like if you have oily skin, this is probably not going to be the line for you. However, if you are normal to dry, then you might enjoy these products. So let's start off with talking about the primer. And I'm going to bring up the product description just on my phone because there's not a lot of information on the packaging itself. So this is a jelly primer. It retails for 22 Canadian. It has, let's see, it says that it is a gel primer which hydrates the complexion and softens the appearance of pores for a bright, fresh-looking glow. It's a water-based formula which creates an even base for smooth makeup application. Another cool tidbit, the amazing jelly texture bounces back into place no matter how much you scoop out. Sounds like the kind of thing that would appeal to my 7-year-old daughter, but anyways, let's move on. It is infused with cucumber and aloe extracts. And it says that it's a multi-purpose gel which leaves your complexion feeling soft and refreshed. I think the multi-purpose side of things, I don't really go into it in the description, is just that it's a hydration product as well as a makeup primer. So let's open this one up and we will apply this one. So it has a little cover on it just to protect the product. Just lift that out, and it's very much a jelly-based product. So there it is in the tub, just nice and clear and wibbly wobbly. Really no scent to it at all. I would have thought it'd be a little bit more like a cucumber scent or some sort of chemical scent. Can't smell anything at all, which frankly I kind of like. So, oh, it's super, like, it feels like straight up Jell-O. I thought it'd be a little bit more watery than that, but nope. I feel like these are not the best nails for digging into products, so I'm just going to use a little depotting tool, but you can reach in and grab some of the product. You can see there it's rather, no, focus on this, come on. It is rather solid for being a jelly product. Oh, and some of it man down. Okay, we gotta get my hair out of the way. I'm a mess right now, honestly. There we go. Rather than smearing that in with my hand, I'm just gonna use a little brush. This one's from Juno & Co., I believe. It does blend out very nicely. I'm just worried that it's gonna be sticky, but we'll see. Quite cooling on the skin. There's a little tackiness there, that's for sure. It says that you're supposed to allow it to set before applying makeup on top of it. So we'll give that a few minutes and see if some of that stickiness kind of dissipates. I'm going to use my imitation Patrick Ta fan, which cost me a whopping $0. And get all fancy with drying the primer. While we're doing this, let's talk about the nails because I think they are fun and beautiful. These are from Luxe Claws. I have talked about them before. and she has a code on right now. If you use the code WEEKEND, you can save 40% off any purchase over $20, and she has a ton of really fun summer-inspired nail sets available. They're just press-on nails, and she sends you the orange stick, the crazy glue, the little pads if you want to use those instead. You can get custom size nails so that they all fit, or you can buy like the full set with like 20 and you can choose which one fits best for your nails. There's measuring guides on her website. And if you have any questions, you can either email her or message her on Instagram, and she is fantastic at responding. She is a little bit slow on processing her orders right now because it's a one-woman show. She just recently had a baby, so there is a multitude of priorities in her life, but the quality of her nails is fantastic, and she's just a lovely human being anyways. FYI, that code is not an affiliate code, and I believe it runs for the entire month of June, but check her website, which I will link down below just to be absolutely sure. Okay, this now feels dry, and there is still a bit of stickiness on the skin, but that is not necessarily a bad thing because I feel like it can help to lock your base makeup in place. And my skin certainly doesn't feel tight or anything like that. It's not a heavy feeling primer despite being that thick jelly consistency. So overall, first impression is not bad, at least from the application standpoint. So then let's move on to the tinted skin veil. In other words, a tinted moisturizer of sorts. This is available in 12 shades, and I've said before, normally I would rail at a company for only having 12 shades in a complexion product, but when it comes to like a tinted moisturizer where it is very sheer coverage, it tends to be more flexible than that. So the one, like this shade here, is True Beige Buff. I feel like if you are a shade lower or a shade lighter, or possibly even 2 shades on either side of that, this is going to work for those multitude of skin tones because it's so sheer in nature. So I'm not too upset about that. So let me just hop back to the website and we'll see what it has to say about this product. This retails for $16, and in there you are getting 0.91 fluid ounces, so not quite a full ounce. And it says, for your freshest self, simply smooth this weightless formula onto the complexion for light, breathable coverage with a seamless and satiny finish. 12 forgiving shades, formulated to accommodate a wide range of skin tones. Each flexible hue feels like a second skin, which delivers up to 8 hours of hydration. So again, there's that hydration aspect to it. It delivers light, breathable coverage, looks and feels like second skin. It's never heavy or cakey. So I have used this one a number of times, and I really, really do like it. I think that this one is a perfect product for just going to work or running errands, anything like that. On days where you just want just a little bit of coverage, just sort of even out the skin tone a little bit, this is a perfect product. I'm currently cultivating like a huge pimple at the end of my nose. I'm going to be 39 in 3 days, and I would love for my skin to just calm down now. Normally it's pretty good, but I do get like the odd hormonal breakout every month, if you pick up what I'm putting down. Let's talk about the packaging, move on from there. So it is just a little squeeze tube, quite precise, comes on out. I just put it on the back of my hand for now, and then I'm going to dot that on my face and just spread it around with a brush because I did not have the foresight to dampen a sponge. Again, there is like no scent to these products. It's not even that there's just a light scent, like I genuinely can't smell anything. Probably should have just done one side first so you can see the difference. It is very light coverage. Like, it is very light coverage, but it still does offer some coverage, helps to even out my skin tone. But things like the freckles on my nose come through, and any darker spots that I may have as well. But it certainly does not look cakey on the skin at all. It blends out very nicely. And it is, I agree with their lightweight claim, it is very lightweight. Even by the end of the day when you wear this, it doesn't feel heavy. You don't feel that like need to wash your face off because it never gets to that like mask-like feeling. So it just kind of helps to tone down the red a little bit, but it doesn't completely obliterate it. And then because it is such a lightweight product, it really doesn't cake up during the day. It doesn't gather in my fine lines or the little creases around my nose, anything like that. It's just a very nice slap it on and away you go kind of product. And also because it is so sheer coverage, I don't find that I really have to go in and do a ton of contouring or anything like that, because the natural shadows of my face still come through. So then let's move on to the blushes. There are 3 stick blushes and they're called the Hydrating Cheek Tints. So they come in a package like this. Like I said, there are 3 of them. So there are the color options. I'll take the lids off and I'll do swatches of all of them. But first, let's read about them. So it says they are available in 3 sheer and ultra lightweight shades. Each portable stick gives you the post-workout flush minus the sweat. Fresh looking color glides and blends easily onto cheeks for a diffused glow that leaves skin hydrated for up to 8 hours. Take your essential aloe and cucumber infused hue on the go and touch up anywhere the wind takes you. It does say that this is limited edition. So, and then it says that it's infused with aloe and cucumber, which it already said. And that's about all the information that it has on there. These retail for $14 each. So this one is Do Me Right, and it has a little cap underneath the lid. Not anymore, it doesn't. And the shade looks quite intense, and that's how much product comes in it. I can't rack it up anymore. I have used each of these, but not extensively, so you're not getting a ton of product. But it is quite sheer. There's 6 grams in here, and I feel like it's going to take a while to get through all that unless you're really heavy-handed with it. So I'm just going to do 2 strikes across, just stripes across. So there is, what was this called? Do Me Right. Next we'll go into the pretty pinky coral shade. This one is called Creative Cleanse, and there is that one. So you can see they are quite sheer. You could build them up a little bit, but they're never going to be super intense. The last one is more of an orangey kind of shade, and it's called Detox Me. Awesome straight line. Good job, Kara. So there are the 3 of them there. For today, which one do I want to do? Let's go middle of the road and we'll do the pink one on my cheeks. I forgot to put concealer on. Okay, well, we're committed to this now, at least on this side. So I've applied it. I'm just going to buff it out with a brush. I haven't set my face. I don't really feel like I need to. A lot on my mind today. Honestly, I think I'm just distracted today. I just got a call from the hospital about my appointments tomorrow. I have 3 of them. I have them written down as a different time than what they had them written down as, and the times that they have them scheduled for, I can't actually get there for, so I've had to reschedule till the end of July. which is really frustrating me because I just kind of like, I just want to get going with it all. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's bariatric surgery, and I have a whole series of appointments that I need to do. That was one of them, so I'm frustrated. Also, Aspen is auditioning for her school's talent show today, and I'm just kind of nervous and thinking about her and wanting to know how it's going for her. She's singing a song, and I'm so proud of her for just going for it, so I'm hoping that it all works out. Anyways, I just made a really weird noise. Concealer. So there's no concealer in this line, but I'm going to use just another drugstore one. This one is from Revlon, and it's the Candid Concealer. It's an antioxidant concealer, and I have the shade Light. So I'm just going to quickly apply that. May as well talk about it since we're here. Just got like this big, giant, curved doe foot thing going on here. I'm just going to apply that. I might have to touch up the blush after, but that's okay. Again, I like this concealer for like everyday purposes. It's not a huge amount of coverage, I don't find, but when I am wearing such a lightweight foundation, if you will, it's not really foundation, I don't find that it looks natural to have completely blanked out under eyes. Like a super heavy full coverage concealer is just going to look out of place with the rest of the makeup. So having a lighter option, although I love my full coverage concealers, it just works with the overall aesthetic of the look. Okay, now we're ready to go back to the blushes. So I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera. I can see it in the mirror, but on the viewfinder it's pretty subtle, the difference. But because I've got that concealer down, I am going to add a little bit more of the blush and then blend it out from there. It looks horrifying when you first apply it, honestly, but it is quite easy to blend it out. All right, and then the last product in the line is the setting spray. And this says that it can be used for priming, setting, and refreshing, and again, it offers up to 8 hours of hydration. So once again, I'm just going to go back to the website just to see if there's additional information on it. This retails for $14 Canadian, and there is 130 milliliters or 4.39 fluid ounces in there. It is infused with aloe and cucumber extracts. It's good for sensitive skin, and just a few spritzes preps or sets your makeup and perks up any look. It gives the skin a dewy glow, minimizes the appearances of pores, and provides up to 8 hours of hydration. There is no glitter in there whatsoever, so the dewiness is not glittery in any event. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a spray. I know I don't have bronzer or highlighter or anything like that on, or eyeshadow. That is okay. I'm going to film eyeshadow later, but I just wanted to focus on these products today. So again, there's really no scent. There's like just a minimal, tiny little bit of a scent, and I can't even really put my finger on what it is. It's nothing offensive. It almost kind of smells like soap, like hand soap or something, but really, really light. It has a nice mist on it, and I really have no complaints about this. The packaging is really nice. Like, I love the mister on it. So there it is. The primer, like I said, this is just a first impression. I like how it made my skin feel, and I like that when I blended in this on top of it, it didn't get stuck in any area. I don't have any complaints in that regard. I really do like the Skin Veil. Stick blushes are something that I'm just starting to get into, and it's going to be a bit of a learning curve for me to really figure out the placement and how much to layer up just so that things look as natural as possible. But these are quite forgiving because they are so sheer in nature. The setting spray, like I said, I really do like it. It doesn't leave my skin feeling tight or anything like that. I'm just looking at the ingredients in here. There is denatured alcohol in it. It is the 3rd ingredient. So there's water, glycerin, denatured alcohol. But despite that, I really don't feel any tightening in my skin. It really does help to make my skin feel just a little bit more hydrated. So I think that NYX has a winner on their hands with this line. I find NYX to be very hit or miss, but I am really happy with these purchases. So those are my thoughts. If you have tried them before, let me know what your thoughts are. What are your feelings on stick blushes in particular? How do you use them? How do you blend them out? Do you prefer a brush? Do you prefer a sponge? I'd love to hear from you on that kind of thing. So at any rate, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.